this distinction or indicator of where a person is with respect to third density and fourth density. And by third density versus fourth density, I'm talking about where the being finds himself situated in relationship to his world. Meaning, if you have third density consciousness, it's predominantly or it's almost entirely constructed by or created by or lived in or dwelled in the mind. So third density consciousness is not really being part and parcel in the world, but it's more thinking about the world. You're like a step away from it. So that's all third density. And the way people move through life in third density is they think about things and then they find out that thing that they made up in their mind wasn't true. And then things start to kind of not unfold or things start to not be able to manifest. And now their vibration or their emotional condition gets a little bit lower. And so what happens is the suffering increases. So what I was talking about and what I sent you was an article on how to understand yourself shifting from trying to think about how the world works to starting to pay attention now to how you're feeling and how that's reflecting what's happening. So it goes like this. When you're in third density consciousness, your explanations for why things are happening is given by cause and effect in the material world. So when something happens, you'll hear somebody giving a causal explanation for why that thing took place. That's all third density. And the problem with that is that when you're trying to live your life in third density, you only have access to trying to manipulate and change the outside physical world in order to achieve something that you're after. Whereas the transition into fourth density consciousness would be you no longer understand or are concerned with them. You don't ignore them entirely, but the causal explanation you now understand isn't the real why things happened. You now understand that the real why things are happening is being sourced and coming from what you're thinking and feeling is kicking off those experiences that are reflecting back to you. So third density is all thought form, all identification with the mind. There's a sense of I'm someone and I'm like this and I do this and this is who I am. And then other people are like this. And so it's a world of mental models and mental projections, and much of the thinking and much of the action is done to make people think something about you. And then when people are doing things in the world, you are thinking things about them. There's all kinds of unspoken expectations. There's all kinds of things that are seeming to be one way but aren't one way. They're just thoughts that you're having about it. So most people in third density are having a bumpy ride. And when they make that transition to fourth density, it's kind of difficult at first because what they're telling them is you need to stop working and sacrificing and start slowing down and feeling better if you want that thing to change out there. So that's what I was talking about in that little article that I wrote and sent to you. Is that Natalie and I have been working on that little article for a couple days off and on, and it really was it's really a great indicator, Taryn, to let you know where you're at third density or fourth density. Now, if you're not aware of where you are density wise, you can just know almost without question, without fail, you're in third density, and you can just find out are you looking to circumstances outside of yourself to change how you feel? And if that's the case, you're in third density, it won't work. And the invitation is to come forth into fourth density consciousness. Why? Number one, it's easier. Number two, it works. Number three, it gives you an inherent ability to understand and know that you now have a say in the matter of how your life is going. So that level of certainty for a human being is one of the greatest gifts or one of the greatest treasures that you can ever bestow upon yourself. So whatever condition you find yourself in, I want to let you know from my own experience and from well over 1,000 people that I've worked with this lifetime, it's a crummy feeling to not feel good. When you don't feel good, you got one real problem, and it kind of tarnishes or it clouds or it kind of invades and kind of dampens and kind of ruins everything that you're experiencing in life. You can't create new concepts and new stuff from there. Life is just kind of a bummer. And it's not a conversation that you really have a bunch of outlets to speak about. It's just you feel crummy, and then you spend time trying to just kind of hold on to your crumminess. The problem with that is you can't ever handle the crumminess by doing something different and more. The only way you're going to handle the crumminess is by discovering what the source of the crumminess is, and then how to handle it. That's why I'm inviting you to join the Skool community, because in the Skool community, you're going to get a course full of modules where you're going to see me talking about these specific component parts of the law of manifestation, law of attraction, law of creation, whatever you want to call it. You're going to watch those videos. You're going to understand that this course is encapsulated in such a way that you can fully have an experience of yourself knowing what to do now. You can also download a free copy of my book, Think It, Feel It, Have It, The Keys to Creation. Just a quick blurb about that book. In there, I talk about the magnetic force, the magnetic field of the heart, the electromagnetic field of the heart, 5,000 times more powerful than the electromagnetic field of the mind. That's going to start to tell you something about how we're going from here to down into here. Also, over the last 15, 20 years, I've gathered what are the sources and the main causes of the resistance that we create for ourselves. I'm going to give you that as well. So you also, as you move and you start doing this work, you start to realize, if I don't keep in this conversation or stay with this work, I start to sink back into these old ways of being, or old thought patterns, or old conditioning, or old programming. So what I've done is I've now incorporated a weekly phone call that keeps you in this conversation. It's not the same as going to church, but the frequency of it and the experience of it is going to be the same. And that is, you're going to gather more knowledge and you're going to release some more resistance and experience more relief. And lastly, this is a whole community. I think right now there's a couple hundred people in the Skool community. This is a whole community of like-minded people, people like you. You can start to interact with people in the group and start to find out more as you're moving along. And lastly, if this is something that's resonating for you and you're ready to really keep going and really take this on in a real concerted, directed, focused manner, there's programs where you and me can work together one-on-one. So let's get moving. Like, no kidding. Let's start moving in the direction that you want to and have you start feeling better and start experiencing things that you want to experience in your life. Book a one-on-one call with me. And in that call, I'm going to lay this out for you really, really clear, in such a way that at the end of the call, you're going to understand that there is a way that you can go about getting yourself to be able to intentionally create things for yourself and for your life, and that how you've been doing it isn't this way. And I'm going to give you that on this phone call. Whether you choose to work with me further, that's a completely different conversation. And if that's something that comes up for you, we'll work that out at the time. But right now, let's just get in touch and let's let you see just how this actually works, which I'm telling you, you're going to find is different than how you've been holding it. And I'm really looking forward to connecting with you and talking with you.